I'm cut.
Get Revelation the 18th chapter. Get Revelation the 13th chapter. Start at the top.
This is Revelation chapter 18. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Go ahead.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils.
Now that's prophecy right there. That's future prophecy. All right, Babylon is fallen. It's talking about America being destroyed by the nukes. Because America's gonna go out with those nuclear missiles, man. 200,000 missiles. All right? This whole country is gonna be fucking quenched, man. Go ahead.
And the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Go ahead.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, all the nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Speaking about what? Her philosophies, the deceits, the lies, the democracy. Because these so-called white people, they got a nerve to call you Negroes and you Latinos, Native Americans a bunch of thieves and thugs and shit. Meanwhile, they stole the whole goddamn country from the North American Indians, man, and the Seminole Indians.
What's more?
So you the real thieves and murderers, man. You got a nerve to have your fucking segregated neighborhoods and shit, cause you scared Jake gonna come up in there and take some shit. But meanwhile, the scriptures say in John the 10th chapter, the thief cometh not but to steal and to kill. That's talking about you so-called white people, man. So you're the real murderers and fucking thieves, man. Go ahead.
And the whole, every foul spirit, in the cage of unclean and hateful birds.
Go ahead.
For all nations have drunk the wine of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah, the kings of the earth, the different leaders of the different nations, they committed fornication with this place. You know? Because what America does is it goes around and spreads its democracy everywhere, man. And they say that democracy is the right way to set up your society. Which democracy is really wickedness, man. Democracy is fucking wickedness. What type of country would want to be like America, man? You just basically, it's a big free-for-all party. Go ahead. It's no rules, and there's really no real rules and regulations. There's no standard rules to the society, man. Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich.
Yeah, you other nations, if you got a certain X amount of dollars, you could come over here and be prosperous. You could buy a lot of property. You could buy, like these Arabs, they come over here and buy these stores and shit. You know, you Africans, you Hamites, you come over here, you buy up all this property. You Arabs buy up all this property. Y'all don't gotta pay taxes for 7 to 10 years. So the merchants of the earth is waxing rich through America. Cause this is nothing but a big corporation, a big business, man. Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Go ahead.
And I heard another voice from heaven, saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Yeah, her sins is going to be quenched by the thermonuclear missiles. The Lord had the angel tell us to come out of this place, spiritually. Not get your passport and run to Canada, or Jamaica, somewhere, or Mexico, or South America. You gotta come out of this place spiritually, man. Meaning we don't keep the holidays of this place. Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, shit like that. We don't keep we can care less about those days, man. You know? So what? You got these crackers running around here with all this green on, talk about it's St. Patrick's Day, and when you do the real history on St. Patrick or St. Pat, that was a so-called black man. But once again, Esau takes the credit for every fucking thing. Just like when you do the history on St. Nick, so-called Santa Claus, St. Nick was a so-called black man. But Esau puts a fat fucking Edomite in a red suit with a white beard and says, this is Santa Claus, man. Or Saint Nick, so to speak.
And then on top of that, you got a lot of stupid ass niggas that still believe that a big fat cracker can fit down your chimney and put Christmas presents under your tree.
Yeah, with a bunch of reindeers, man. What the hell does some reindeers got to do with a fat cracker giving you presents, man? You know, that shows the mind state of you people. Go ahead.
Come out of her, saying, come out of my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Yeah, and one of her main, well, there's gonna be plagues. There's gonna be many plagues. The martial law, that's a plague. The chip, that's a plague. You know, because a lot of you people is gonna be forced to get that RFID chip, man. And you can't really talk about that enough, because that's what's coming. And the plan of action is not to take it. You know, you got Nate talking about some, what's your plan of action? Like, we supposed to set up shelters and shit, man. Like, we supposed to set up no RFID chip shelters. The plan of action is not to take it, man. Go ahead.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities.
Yeah, the Most High remembered your iniquities, speaking about Babylon, because the scriptures say that Babylon was drunken with the blood of the saints. How is America drunken with the blood of the saints? Because the saints have been slayed over here, man, through slavery. Somebody give me Deuteronomy 28:68. Through slavery, okay? And then you got these house niggas today, they just wicked as hell, man. You know, they just wicked as hell. Because they uplift this society. Meanwhile, the Lord, he's gonna tear down this society.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Yeah, so in other words, the so-called white man and his so-called America is gonna receive double, man.
And they go get theirs, and it's gonna be way worse than what they did.
Go ahead, Op.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now that Egypt is not talking about the Egypt that Moses delivered the children of Israel out of. That Egypt is talking about America. The word for Egypt is Egypt is a Greek word which is Egyptos, which means the house of bondage, or bondage, so to speak. So the new Egypt would be America, because America is the house of bondage. Who was held captive in America? The Negroes, the West Indians, the Haitians, the Native American Indians, the Seminole Indians, the Mexicans. So this is the house of bondage. The Most High set up America to be a big prison camp for the Israelites. That's why we're in the conditions that we in. Go ahead.
By the way, whereof I spake